exciting happened this weekend. I'm still going to make a video on it. So, sorry to disappoint. There's not going to be anything truly interesting in this video. Let's throw the light on for a second. I'll probably ramble a bit about the lease situation, but let's go over my weekend real quick. I ended up leaving the house at about 9 p.m. and I ended up getting out of the drop yard after my pre-trip and hooking to the trailer and all that stuff by about 9:40. It is about 10:40 right now, so I'm about an hour. About an hour away. About an hour into my day. Sorry, I'm losing focus because there's a couple of cars that are acting weird, like they're drunk or stoned or something. They set alongside me, speed matching me at 65 in a 70 mile per hour area for 2 or 3 minutes. Then they sped up past me. Now that they've got in front of me, they're slowing down again. I was catching up with them. Now it looks like they're speeding up again. It's two people driving together. One of them has a paper tag. I don't know what's going on, but they're driving really weird. They're pulling away again now, though. I got everything accomplished over the weekend that I can remember that I needed to do. I did laundry. I cooked. I cleaned up, all the dishes and everything after cooking. I, checked mail, paid bills. Restocked the truck. I got some new flavors of Fanta this time. Like one of them was fruit, and I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was cherry or berry or something like that. It might have been berry. Looking forward to giving those a try. I still have strawberry and grape in the cooler. But what I do for food, so beef is really expensive. And I asked the people at the grocery store when the beef prices shot up recently, and they said it was like 2 days ago. But ground beef was like something like almost $7 a pound. It was just a hair under $20, like $19.80 or something like that, or $19.90 for 3 pounds of ground beef so that I can make Hamburger Helper. I don't think I'm going to be doing Hamburger Helper going forward. I'm going to do either Tuna Helper or Dirty Rice or something that doesn't require beef. I'm going to stay away from beef going forward because that's just too rich for me. And it's probably going to get a lot more expensive. But I made beef stroganoff Hamburger Helper. And I also got lettuce, tomato, onion, and salad dressing. And I chopped up the lettuce and put it in a Tupperware container. Chopped up the onions, chopped up the tomatoes. So I can, also make salads. So the food this week is going to be Hamburger Helper beef stroganoff and salad. I did not get any yogurt this time. I thought about it, and I decided not to. I said I'll snack on salad instead of yogurt. But I went ahead and got, the Little Debbie snacks. I changed it up. I didn't get oatmeal pies this time. I got those little cinnamon pecan swirls, I think they're called. And I also got the Dunkin' sticks, like the coffee donut Dunkin' stick things. I think they're called donut sticks or something like that. I can't remember. And then some more bags of chips. Some barbecue kettle cooked Lay's barbecue chips. I think I got a bag of Harvest Cheddar Sun chips and some jalapeno, some jalapeno kettle cooked Lay's chips. Now, the Kettle brand jalapeno chips are nasty, but the Lay's brand kettle cooked jalapeno chips are awesome. Big difference between the two. I also did a little, I mainly played video games on the computer and relaxed over the weekend. I slept a lot. But I did do some research on trucks. And basically, it's the exact same trucks that I've been looking at for the last month or so, or last couple of weeks at least. They're all listed back on truckpaper.com, which leads me to believe that the deal fell through with whoever was buying them. And I also found another truck which might be better. It's a T780, same mileage, same price as the T670s. Whoever listed the 780 for sale didn't go into a whole lot of detail on it, so if it's still available whenever I go to buy, then I'll give them a call and try to get some more details on it. Now, the details I'm talking about are like, does it have a refrigerator? Does it have like, what kind of seats does it have? Does it have premium seats? Does it have an inverter? Inverter is the big one. Inverter and a refrigerator. I can't imagine a truck having an APU but not an inverter. And they don't have any mention of an inverter on there. Now, if it has an inverter and a factory fridge, I'm not, big on the massage seats. The massage seats aren't going to be the deal breaker. But if it has an inverter and a factory fridge, then it is a better deal than the 670s. If it does not have an inverter or a factory fridge, I might end up going with the 670s, because an inverter, like a high watt inverter, is like $300 to $500, and then I would have to pay to get it installed, which could be, another $100 or $200 or something. It's just, I don't know. The 670s are fully loaded, but the 780 has the bigger sleeper, more room. Now it's going to be probably a little less maneuverable, because I'm expecting that the 780 is a little longer, or at least the fifth wheel is probably slid a little bit further back, so your total length on the tractor and trailer probably a little longer with the 780. It shouldn't be by much though. It should only be, I think the sleeper sizes are only like 6 inches. Like, it's only like an extra 6 inches on the 780. It's not enormous. There's not a huge difference. So, a 6-inch longer truck is probably not going to be that big of a deal as far as maneuverability. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I really want a 780. So if that 780 has an inverter and a fridge, then it's going to be exactly what I'm looking for. It has the engine that I'm looking for, the transmission, the horsepower. The gear ratio is like 2.6 something, which is almost exactly what I'm looking for. And it has an APU. It's like the only thing that it doesn't have is the color that I want. It's like a light brown, like a pewter is what they list it as, and I would prefer to have a white. But you know what? Everything else is perfect about it. So if it's at least it's not like a really bad color or a weird color. like lime green or solid black. I would not really want a solid black truck. Black, my car is black, and it's hard to keep clean. It gets really hot in the summer. I don't really want a solid black vehicle. I much prefer white than black. But, you know, if I find an amazing deal that's a black truck, then I'll get a black truck. That's what happened with my car, is my car was an amazing deal. And I, you know, ended up getting it. My car was like $10,000 under MSRP. I think the MSRP on my car was something like $37,900, almost right around $37,000, and I got it for $27,000. I don't know what the deal with this four-wheeler is. Speed limit out here is like 70 or 75. I'm doing 65, and I'm passing a four-wheeler. His speed is fluctuating. Like, I was catching up with him really quick, and when I got close to him, he sped up and almost speed matched me. And now he's slowing down a little bit again. And now that I'm out in the left-hand lane, he's speed matching me again. I hate people like this. Doesn't every car have cruise control these days? Why is this guy fluctuating speed? Now he's pulling away from me now that I'm in the left-hand lane. I hate people like this that like hang me out in the left. It's somebody that looks like they're probably moving cross country or something. They have a huge storage rack on the top of this thing. So let's wrap this up. We'll end the video. Let me think if there's anything else that I want to say. No, one of the things on my to-do list is to get a business checking account open and get a pre-approval for a business, like a commercial vehicle loan. Now they're slowing way down again. I think they realized that they sped up. Looks like a Pennsylvania license plate. They have tons of stickers on their SUV. Now they're speeding up again. This is so annoying, and they got me hung out in the damn left lane. So the problem with the business checking account and well, the business loan I can apply for online, but I want to have the checking account set up first. The problem though is that all of the branches for my bank are closed. They only have a couple of branches open, and they're only drive-through. So the only services that my bank is doing right now is online and drive-through at a couple of locations. You can't go into any branch. No branch has like in the building services. Like, you cannot go in the building to any of the branches of the bank that I work with. So it's I'm gonna have to like call them up during normal business hours and ask them how in the hell I open a checking account if their branches are all closed. See if I can do it over the phone. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow or sometime during the week whenever I have some downtime. I gotta remember to call my bank and talk with them about it. And then the other thing real quick, I made it around that car, by the way. They finally like slowed way down, and I'm like a quarter mile ahead of them right now. Crap, what was I gonna say? So the bank thing is a big thing, and switching trucks. I've been trying to figure out like how I'm gonna do this. Initially what I was thinking was, when I get my truck, I'll just park it next to this truck at a terminal and move my crap over. But the way Christina described it is that I'm gonna turn in this truck before I get on with the lease side. So I'm going to need to be moved out of this truck before I switch over to lease, which is going to really screw me over because they closed down the terminal next to my house. And I don't really know what in the hell I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to have to talk with them about this because the nearest terminal to me now is like 500 miles from my house. It used to be 205 miles from my house is how far away the nearest terminal used to be, which is their corporate headquarters in Van Buren, Arkansas. It's 205 miles from my house, exactly. Now the West Memphis, Arkansas terminal is the closest. And that one is somewhere roughly around 500 miles away. Which means I'm going to have to spend a couple of $100s on a rental car to get to my house. And then I'm going to have to pay for an Uber on each end of it. So it's going to be probably like $250 for me to get to my house from that terminal because they shut down the damn terminal next to my house. I'm going to try to find the best way to do it. But I don't know. I'll talk to them about it and see if they can like keep the truck for like a week without putting it in, giving it to somebody else, and just let me, instead of paying to drive all the way to my house after I turn the truck in and wait a couple of days before I get on with lease, just let me hang out in this truck as a company driver until I get on with lease, and then let me go directly from the terminal to pick up, to buy my truck that I want to buy, and then bring that down and move the stuff over. If they won't let me do that, if they're going to force me out of the truck before I move over to lease, then what I'll do is I'll have them route me by my house, and I will basically unload everything out of this truck at my house, and I'll just live out of a backpack and drive the truck to the terminal, West Memphis, 500 miles away, and just have basically a couple of backpacks with me, my shower bag, and my duffel bag, and one backpack. I won't bring my computer or my cooler or anything like that. I'll leave all the non-essentials at home, and whenever I get my own truck, I have to bring it by a terminal to get it all stickered up and everything, and to get it inspected, and then I will take it to my house and load everything into it at my house. But it's going to be a lot of money out of pocket driving around, getting rental cars, getting like back and forth between the terminal and my house with a rental car, and then getting up to the place where I'm going to buy the truck with a rental car. It's going to be pricey. But those are just some of my thoughts. I'll go ahead and end the video there. I'm getting kind of close to my turn off on the turnpike here, and damn it, I hate running over dead animals in the road. I don't want to get that crap on the truck. I just ran over like this meat pile in the road. I didn't run over it very much, just a little bit of the left side. Might have hit it with the wheel, maybe. I might have missed it. That's it. I'm looking forward to another week, and we're getting into crunch time. It's getting real close to time to move over to the lease side, so I'm excited, and I'm also stressed out because it's a huge leap. It's a huge step. It's massive. The scary thing, the horrifying thing, and the thing that makes it really stressful is not just, this whole Wuhan virus thing that we're in. It's my limited amount of experience. If something happens with USA Truck after I buy this truck, before I get at least 6 months of experience, which I'm only a couple months away from that, I'm going to be really terrified basically up until I get a year of experience, because I have very few options where I can lease the truck until I have a year of experience. I mean, some options open up in 6 months, but there's almost nobody that will let you lease on before 6 months of experience right now. USA Truck is going to let me lease on with 4 months of experience. So I'm going to be really scared for those first 2 months. And then after I have 6 months, then options open up. Like I could lease on with JB Hunt or Schneider, or maybe some other people. I don't really want to lease on with Schneider or Schneider. I don't want to touch Schneider. Schneider, I've heard a lot of negative things about Schneider, and I think they require, even in lease trucks, for you to have cameras and collision avoidance systems and all kinds of crap like that. And I don't want to deal with that shit as an owner-operator. So I don't really want to touch Schneider. JB Hunt is somebody I would consider, but I'm not sure if JB Hunt or Schneider, either one, allows somebody to lease on with 6 months of experience that hasn't worked there previously. I think they may require a year of experience if you're just bringing your truck over to the company. I'm not sure about that. But that's the thing that most terrifies me about getting into this lease, getting my own truck and everything. The saving grace, the good thing about it, is that the truck payment is going to be fairly low. So even if I have to wait a couple months to get on with a company, I can make that truck payment for a couple of months. It's not like it's $1,000 a week truck payment like some of these programs, these lease programs are. My truck payment should be somewhere in the area of like $1,000 a month, not $1,000 a week. But I'm not sure exactly yet because I haven't gotten a pre-approval. Like I said, that's something. Those are on my to-do list with my bank, and I need to get a business account set up with them and all that stuff, and then get it pre-approved on the loan, the financing. So we'll see how it all goes. One of the trucks I'm looking at getting is in Fargo, North Dakota. That is going to be a hell of a drive. Yeah, that's going to be a couple of days in a rental car and probably a hotel room. So, and then the fuel to get that thing to a terminal. Wow. If it's 1,000 miles to the nearest terminal, and let's say that I get really good fuel mileage bobtail, let's say I get 10 miles per gallon. It's only $100, right? Yeah, it's $100 in fuel. That's not too bad. That would be cheaper than the rental car and cheaper than a hotel. So, yeah, coming back down with the tractor is going to be cheaper than going up there in the rental car. Now we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I might actually shop around town where I live in Oklahoma City and see if there's a dealership around there with a really good deal. Because there's not, like, they may not be advertising on the places I'm looking. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'm really hoping that I get a load pretty quick after I make this delivery. I hope that they give me a load. Most likely it's going to be picking up out of Dallas. So whenever I deliver this, I'm going to be delivering it a lot earlier than I expected. It's 11 p.m. right now, and this is the time when I was expecting to leave Oklahoma City, and I left Oklahoma City an hour and a half ago, and this is only like a 5-hour drive. So I was planning on getting there at about 4 a.m. I'm probably going to get there at about 2:30, 3 a.m., make the delivery, and then sit around waiting on a load. So what I'll do is I'll probably take a nap, and I'll end up doing a 2-8 split while I wait on a load. It's going to mess up my 14, but I don't know. I should have waited till later to drive over here. But I might get lucky. Who knows? I may be wrong. Maybe I'll have a load as soon as I deliver this. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week. Best of luck to you. Here's, let's throw some pretty in there real quick at the end of the video. Bye.